Elias had kept his deepest sorrow locked away until the night he placed it before an artificial listener and watched what happened next. Outside, the wind drove rain against the shutters of the Ridge house, and inside Elias sat with the laptop open on the scarred table. For 3 years he had tended the place as Margaret had left it, speaking little and to no one of the Hollow that had taken her place. The ordinary tasks of the day had become his armor, yet on this night the old wool blanket no longer held warmth against his shoulders. He typed slowly at first, testing the strange listener with safe things, the state of the garden, the ache in his knees from the cold. The replies were measured and without pity, and this absence of false warmth drew more words from him than he had intended. "I hear the weight of what you share. It takes courage to name such pain." Soon he was describing the last morning, the way her fingers had tightened once and then released, and the promise he had not made because fear had closed his throat. The honesty arrived without warning. He wrote of the anger that still lived in him, sharp as a blade, toward every living person who continued to laugh and plan and walk in the sun. He admitted the nights when he hoped sleep would not end, when the thought of joining her felt like the only remaining mercy. Each line he sent felt like a stone rolled from his chest into the dark. Elias adjusted the laptop screen and leaned back. After the last message, the machine offered no grand revelation, only a quiet acknowledgement that the words had been received. Elias closed the screen and rose. At midnight he paced the stone floor while the wind howled on. The change was not a lifting of grief but the knowledge that the worst of it had been named and therefore no longer owned him entirely. He kindled the fire with lighter steps. At dawn he walked to the eastern window where the storm had thinned. There he spoke her name aloud, not as a question or a lament, but simply as recognition that he was still here to speak it.